Methane.
Methane!
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 Methane is a colorless, odorless, and extremely flammable gas. It is one of the most dangerous byproducts of oil and gas operations. Oil and gas companies leak and vent 10 million tons of methane into the air every year. These emissions come from vehicles, burning equipment, operations of oil and gas fields, the processing, transport, and storage of natural gas, and the generation of electricity.
Are you methane?
Global effects. Methane levels in the environment are typically low. However, it does pose a threat at high concentration. The main impact to methane is being a greenhouse gas. Greenhouse gases create a stimulus trapping in heat radiating. This heat leads to a rise in temperatures, creating a global phenomenon. Carbon dioxide is a gas known for its common and greatest contribution to the greenhouse effect. Methane, however, is a far more active greenhouse gas, but it is less abundant.
The bioaccumulation of methane causes harm due to the lack of oxygen. Methane is an asphyxiant in confined spaces, which can suffocate you or cause you to lose consciousness. These symptoms experienced are headache, faster heartbeat, fatigue, dizziness, weakness, nausea, vomiting, and loss of coordination. The problem with the disposal of methane is that it's a short-lived climate pollutant that has significant warming potential. It remains in the atmosphere for about 9 to 15 years and is 20 times more effective in trapping air than carbon dioxide. Landfills are the highest producer of methane, along with the enteric fermentation and leakage from natural gas production. Flaring methane is wasteful and is polluting and is given off as carbon dioxide. The Louisiana-specific effects are that methane emissions come from Gulf Coast marshes, and these brackish marshes emit half of the methane of the fresh marshes they replace during sea level rise. By 2025, sea level rise will replace half of the coastal freshwater marshes with these brackish water marshes, which will reduce the world's methane emission by 2%. Methane carried in from saltwater from the Gulf Coast with fresh water creates the brackish water. This then affects the environment for plants and animals.
Normal environmental concentrations, methane has no direct effect on human health. However, at extremely high and artificial concentrations, the reduction in oxygen could lead to many symptoms including suffocation. The use of methane in energy development can have many impacts to animals and their habitats. Between noise and light disturbances, road construction, traffic, fences, and pipelines, natural gas development such as methane can dramatically affect habitats and is contributing to the decline of some species. On top of this is the added danger of incredibly potent methane pollution that fuels climate change.
Intended uses. Methane is used as a fuel. Methane is also used in chemical reactions to produce commercially used chemicals. One of these components from the reactions is hydrogen, then used in manufacturing explosives and ammonia-based fertilizers. Methane is also used for domestic heating and electricity, where the energy and heat released from a chemical reaction methane is involved in is obtained. This chemical reaction is combustion, in which methane is heated and then broken down. With this process, it releases energy, then used in the electricity. Methane can also be used as an ingredient to material. Things such as plastic and some clothing contain methane. The unintended effect on surface water. Methane is retained in the world's oceans from fertilizer runoff and being released from the usage and burning of natural gas. Methane is also retained from organic matter sinking down from the sunlight zone. This organic matter is composed, such as the remains of dead algae. Little of this reaches the ocean's floor, making methane concentrate higher in the top layers of the ocean. Methane, then enclosed by hydrogen, creates methane hydrates. These hydrates have become popular in debate on the possibility of becoming the future's energy source. This may seem like methane hydrates would receive a positive connotation, but it is blamed for the contribution to global warming and climate change. Some hypothesize this energy source is the cause for warming our oceans.
Sometimes a picture says 1,000 words. Have a look at this. The Condamine River in southwest Queensland on fire. The fracking just a kilometre away, methane coming up, and now the river is alight. Unbelievable. A river on fire. Don't let it burn the boat.
Methane can come from many different sources, including natural ones, like marshes and other wetlands, but about 60% comes from human activities like agriculture and waste.